All right. Hello. Welcome to Karma on Deck. This is your Taurus reading for the week of February 14th. I keep saying February and we're not even into 21 yet. January 14th. Welcome. Taurus. I didn't even finish getting ready today. Look. And that is all right. I'm just going to keep on keeping on. All right. So this is your Taurus reading. Let me shuffle these last ones from Aries and then we'll get started. Got some more slots open for the Tarot 101 class starting this Sunday at noon Mountain Time. It's going to be a Zoom class. I am going to be hosting some local ones for those of you in my town. That's going to be pretty fun. So if you want to jump in there, it's $150 for 6 classes. There's also a 7th class, which is a question and answer after the series is over, where you can practice. And you can also re-audit any future classes if you miss one or if you want to revisit something as you're practicing. So yeah, jump on that. Tarot 101. Tarot according to karma. I like to make shit easy. And there's also some astrology correlations that I'll be going over too. Oh, interesting. You got the 6 of Wands in the same spot that Aries did. How crazy is that? Okay, so 4 of Wands is the first thing that comes up for you. And that has to do with your foundation. So when we're dealing with our foundation, we start to look at the pillars in our life, like what it is that is holding us up, what the 4 foundations are. That's our relationship, that's our health, our finances, and our home and family, etc. So we're really looking at the foundation of and what we're building upon. We also have the 6 of Cups. This is actually beautiful. So we have the 6 of Wands, which is victory. Okay. And so victory is you like achieving the thing. And this is actually a guy coming back from the military and he's getting an accolade or an award. So I wouldn't be surprised if you end up getting an accolade or an award. And then there's also the celebration here. So I don't know, I was saying to Aries, that felt like somebody's birthday was coming up for them. But for you, we have the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is our card for emotions. So you might be finding these overwhelming emotions. Now the difference between the Queen of Cups, the Page and the Knight, and the Queen and King is the level of mastery in which you're experiencing these emotions. So you're feeling more deeply, but they're not out of control. You're able to articulate these emotions well and actually be compassionate and giving. We also are seeing the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is that card where we're walking away from things that don't serve us. We're leaving things behind. Like we're not even talking about it. We're just like, we're not watering that tree. We're just going to cut it down. Maybe later. I don't know. But we also see the Knight of Swords, which is coming up. And that's going to tell us that you might find yourself being impulsive in decision making. Sometimes when we're riding high, we have what's called Superman syndrome, where we're feeling so good that we aren't paying attention to the road signs, the weather, the curves in the road, right? And so sometimes we have these emotions that come up and we get a little bit poppy and we're like, pop, I'm just going to do this thing. So be careful that you don't overcommit or be too spontaneous where it's damaging. But that's impulsive. You can see impulsive behavior because we have it right next to the 9 of Coins. Impulsive spending. Impulsive spending. Ooh. Interesting, the Sun card had come up for Aries as well. They had the Tower card and you've got the Death card. So, and I was trying to tell them I like not to highlight some of those cards because people like to freak out if they don't know what they're talking about. Like here comes the Devil card. You have the Death card and that means change, which is great. It's probably likely to the fact that you've cut some people off in your life. You've got the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is that card where you're, like I said, leaving things behind. It's caused you a little bit of anxiety, but what's true is we have the Death card, which is change. So you can expect things to be like a baptism or a shifting change. And we have the World card right next to it. So whatever it is that you've already done, I don't feel like this is something that's going to come up for you that's going to be huge. I feel like it's something already in play because you already have this energy of anxiety that's going on. And you don't want to be impulsive, as in the Knight of Coins. You don't want to be impulsive. So you're taking leadership very seriously, as indicated by the Emperor. And so the Emperor is our card that is leadership, right? Being controlling. I might even see you going back. You might even find yourself considering doing a training or going back to school, because right here we have this card here that talks about a training or school. This might be something online. It might even be something that's, you know, that you can take or do it on the job training, or even take a small class or an online course. I will say though, you do have this decision making terror. I'm using the word terror because you're holding on so tightly to things that you're creating this inner conflict for yourself. You have the Lovers card. Everybody thinks this is the Great card. It's not. This is the Great card. Okay. People think they want this one, and this one's always so much more trouble than they think they're asking for, or they know they're asking for. So the Lovers card is about an internal and external conflict. It's also about bringing the divine masculine and divine feminine into balance. And if you notice, what you have is the Queen of Cups and the Emperor. That's the same thing. So the Queen of Cups is emotions, and the Emperor is our drive. Okay. Drive and focus is the Emperor. Going out and getting things done and taking things on is the Emperor. And love and receiving and being nurturing, those are all of our Cups cards, right? So how do you bring those into balance? This is not easy, but you do it. You find a way to do it. So your internal conflict is all about, like, how do I go get the thing that I want and yet stay, you know, like, I can't be a Hitler. I can't go out and just be like, no, 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 no. Well, this is how things are going to be. Did I just use a keyword? I'm going to get myself banned from every single platform for using the H word. Ow! Anyways, y'all got to be careful out there. We have the Lovers card, okay? And it's like this tango. I'm seeing the tango in my brain where it's like you can't get it together, or you're going too far one way, then you come into balance for a minute, then you go too far the other way and you come into balance again. You got to stop the pendulum from swinging and find that balance a little bit more in the center, and you won't have as much anxiety. And it's hard to make decisions right now. I was talking to about this with Aries, where, you know, taking leadership, but then staying in a pattern of love. Like, how do we take on leadership? There is a new way of doing things. It's a little more balance going on for you there. But I see the end result of this being great. Don't forget, you have the Six of Wands, victory. You have the Sun card, which is abundance and joy. Watch that attitude, though. That's all I have to say. You have this, you're flying high. Just not watch that attitude. That's the Knight of Swords. Sorry. But the Knight, I'm sorry. Yes, it is the Knight of Swords. This is an impulsive decision making, not the attitude. So I got a couple cards confused. Yeah, be careful with that impulsive desire to play with things, to mess with them. Just be like, it'll be all right. It's like blowing that stimulus check before you pay your bills. Oops, I'll make more. All right, let's take a look and see. Hi, guys, over there on Instagram. Hi, Lee. Hi, Sean, Vicky, Rory. Hello, Wayne and Ryan. Hi, Sun. I would encourage you to come to the YouTube and pay attention to the cards in picture-in-picture, so you have an opportunity to see how they play out against one another. Book your one-on-one, karmaondeck.com. Here is your Taurus moon. Ace of Cups, love on your mind. Being generous is also on your mind. You're watching people. You have strength going on. So a lot of what's on your mind for those of you that are Taurus moon, and your other Tauruses can look at this too, because it can often talk about how you're feeling. Here's what's going on for Taurus. Watching and waiting. Why am I not surprised? We have the Three of Wands. So she's standing on a cliff and she's watching whether the ship is going to come in, what the weather's looking like, all up in everybody's business. Just kidding. So that's not quite like social media snooping, unless I get the Three of Pentacles, and then I'm going to be back on you. But I'm seeing here, like, Taurus is very much aware of fights, conflicts, and burdens right now. And I'm not saying you're coming from a victim standpoint, but right now you're tired. You're damn tired. You've got this Nine of Wands. You're tired of carrying other people's weight. Because look, you've got this Ten of Wands, which is burden. So, and then you've got the Nine of Wands, which is doing too much. And there's a fight brewing over this if you don't set some boundaries. Okay. And we have the Judgment card and the High Priestess, and I feel like you feel as if you've also got the Emperor here too, so leadership is always coming up for you too. Hello, Cha-Cha. She said, sure I am. So we have this here, the High Priestess, and that's telling us that your intuition is letting you know that you should expect some judgment. Okay. Right here. these two cards right here. You've got the High Priestess. Your instincts are telling you that judgment is coming and some decisions will be made, and they're not going to be in your favor. And this is likely to the fact that you're carrying other people's duties, that you have the Nine of Wands. You're doing things for other people, that you are carrying other people's weight. So it's time to take on some leadership and back that up a little bit. Hi, Ivy. What's going on, girl? And so you've got the Emperor, and that is you having to take on some leadership right now. And although you don't want to, you know that it's high time because you're going to be avoiding a fight and you're coming off of past experience. She says, I pulled the Judgment card yesterday. She's saying it's work. Yes, it is work. So you're going to have to pull from all your reserves here right now to avoid a fight. And I think you're just very much watching other people's behavior so that you can act accordingly. Sometimes we're the thermostat and sometimes we're the temperature. We're the thermometer, right? Sometimes we set the temperature and sometimes we act accordingly. And right now, Taurus is just going to act accordingly. It's not time to make no waves. So you're just going to sit back and watch and scheme a little bit. I am going to pull a card for you from Divination of the Ancients and wrap up your reading. Please join me on my YouTube, Karma On Deck. You can see the picture-in-picture. Book your one-on-one, karmaondeck.com. And join me for this series of Tarot 101, Tarot According to Karma. That starts on Saturday. If you want in on that, please go look on the YouTube and play with it. Incubation, dreams. So this card right here has to do with trusting yourself. Incubation also has to do with being like well aware of your subconscious mind. And what I mean by that is, what is your subconscious mind saying to you? You have the High Priestess card, and that's all about your instincts. Trust your instincts. Now, there's a little side note that when I learned about this card, the dreams and incubation talks about like programming your subconscious mind and laying your I ams to bed. I am amazing, wonderful, beautiful, powerful, smart, intelligent, giving, loving, kind. Like rewriting that narrative when you lay down instead of all the things you've got to do and fail to do, like rewriting that so that when you go to bed, your subconscious mind is free from all of that garbage we pile into it. Meditation also helps with that too. So how you can incubate your subconscious mind and use your dreams to your advantage is start taking control of your subconscious mind in your waking hours, so that when you do go to sleep, you're incubating your thoughts instead of just letting them run rampant out of control. There's that. All right, Taurus, I want to thank you for hanging out with me. I will catch you tomorrow. Thank you so much for being patient. I didn't even do my hair today. I just got dressed in a sweatshirt and got busy on calls and almost didn't do videos yet again, but that's one of my 5 things. We're doing a coaching 5 things that'll better my life. And one of them is keeping my word to myself, besides my vitamins and my yoga, but this is one of them, is keeping my word to myself. I said I was going to do it. I'm going to do it. All right, love and light, guys. I will catch you. I've been trying to meditate before bed to do this. Cha-Cha, I will chat with you a little bit about the little process that I do. But yeah, I do meditate before bed, but I like to meditate for my daytime hours too. All right, guys, I will catch you on the flip side. Thank you.